Hello and welcome friends, welcome to my home, welcome to our sacred space that I prepared for us. I'm Olivia and this is Tarot and Coffee with Olivia, here to do your daily pick tarot meditation. You know, this is a really great way to begin or continue a daily meditative practice. This is a big part of my spiritual practice that I do every day. My practice starts before we get started with this, before I get started with filming this, and it does continue on a little bit beyond. However, just doing this, just coming here and watching this with me, um, can be your can be a start to your daily meditation practice or your new spiritual practice, however you want to think about that. Um, So there are also many other ways to connect with me, and I'd like you to do that. So come on and come over and see me on my other social medias. Just click on my link tree in the description of this video and see where it takes you. Um, also, you can book a more accurate and personal reading on my website. And if you're watching this video, go ahead and take the time. I'm not I'm not really shuffling because I'm really shuffling, but I've already laid your cards out. But what was I gonna say? I don't remember. Just share it with someone that you think would, just one person. If you would do me that favor and copy the link to this video and give it to someone, just one someone that you think might enjoy this, or someone who has told you that they can't meditate because they can't sit still, or someone, it doesn't matter, just one someone. Your mom. How about that? How about share it with your mom? Oh, my battery is running out. I have to plug in my phone. Um, so, anyway, let's go ahead and move on to your thought of the day. It is one that I handpicked for a reason. We have some tough subjects to talk about today. And the first one is I picked this card. I handpicked it from the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck by Krans, and we're going to read about it. It's her version of the Death card. Um, so we're just going to read what she says about the dead end. I need my glasses. I need my glasses. Okay. Okay, sorry guys. I know that took a while. Contrary to what its name implies, the dead end is very much alive. It is a force that stops us from moving forward as planned. It is thick, dense, uncompromising, a wall beyond all walls. With every bramble, thorn, and stone, it simply states, "No more, child. You have reached the last page of this chapter." It is natural to resist its very resistance and struggle even harder to make our way, to prove our point, to hold on to what was. In this way, we fight with life itself from a mythic perspective. The end you face is very much a beginning. There are doors opening all around you. I want to read that part again. The end you face is very much a beginning. There are doors opening up all around you, just not the one you planned on walking through. If you're honest and courageous enough to accept, adjust, and adapt, the dead end becomes known as life's beginning. When light, it can mean acceptance, humility, relief, reverence for change. When dark, inertia, stuckness, tension, unconscious gripping. Go deeper, Kenny Rogers, The Gambler, and Donny Hathaway's Giving Up. So, since we are talking about death today, I do want to make sure I say this to you guys. This is a daily pick tarot meditation. It is not something that you need to base life decisions on, or life and death decisions. This is a daily pick card reading. It is for us to enjoy and us to start our day. It is not for us to, again, make major life decisions. I am posting the number to suicide hotline here in the description of this video. Um, I also just want to reiterate how whenever we have the death card or death, whenever we talk about that, we're also always talking about a new beginning. And I really like the part where Kim Krans states that there are doors opening up all around you, just not the one you were focused on going through right now. Okay, so we're going to move forward. I guess I need to put some card toppers on the cards, which I haven't quite done yet. So we're going to choose here, or I'll choose. This one really reminds me of my grandmother, and I'm going to put it here. And she is with us a lot here. I wear one of her rings every day, and her watch is right here. I feel very close to her and always have. She is my namesake, or I am her namesake. And then we're going to use this leaf, which to me represents the beauty of nature and the inspirational powers it has, for art and artists. Let's also use this Starburst. I do believe this belonged to a dear friend of mine, my partner's mother, I think. I'm not positive about that, but. And then since we are on the theme of butterflies, let's grab this other butterfly. Butterflies often have symbolize uh, the underworld or communing with angels or people that have passed before us, people that know us, people that travel with us, people that. Okay, so where are we? I think we're at the point where we can start drawing card toppers. Did I show them all up close? I didn't really show them too much up close, but I think you get the general gist. We're at 7 minutes right now, and I think I promised that this video would be less than 20. I think that was a minute ago when I was shooting the first time. This has been a hard one, guys. Okay, so if you'd like to pick this card with the butterfly topper here, we'll turn over your card. And you have the High Priest today. So I want to talk about words associated with the High Priest law. I think of law, but when I think of law when it comes to a priest being able to marry us, baptismal records, birth certificates, and death certificates. I think of that kind of role of law. I also think about knowledge and respect. When I see this card, I think about the priest being kind of a liaison between man and God, kind of a more formal spiritual practice as well, which I think that we can get a lot out of. I practice mostly informally my religion. However, I do formally practice sometimes because it feeds me in a way that nothing else can. So with this card, I might suggest that you try out a new church if you're not already going to church. And I know that while this is a timeless reading, I happen to be filming it during a time where a lot of churches are shut down. So go online and find a church online because they're all broadcasting. Look at their webpage. Think of a church that you've been wanting to experience for a while and try that out. And now we're going to move on over to the Starburst. It's really beautiful. I love this Starburst pen. And now I can't get it to focus. There we go. If I do, that's why people put their hand up. I always wondered on the YouTube videos where people put their hand up behind products, it's for the focus. The focus, man. And here we have the close, which is also known as the death card. So again, here we are talking about death. Whenever we talk about death, we always talk about new beginnings as well. I'm going to put this down. I'll bring it up close because we're going to talk about this for just a second. Okay, maybe that'll work. Okay, so basically It's inevitable. We all have to experience it. We all have to experience it even before we experience it ourselves. We all know someone who has passed. A lot of us know someone who has passed recently. A lot of us know a few people that have passed recently. Um, this is a card that talks about a abrupt ending, sometimes unexpected, um, and a transition. I don't want to make a bigger deal of it than what it is, but I do want to post the suicide hotline down in the comments, and I do want to let you know that this is not, these daily picks are not a way for you to figure out how to make big life decisions, life and death decisions. If you have experienced death in your life today, I encourage you very much to reach out to someone, whether they be a professional or a church, someone that you know from church, or a friend or a family member, somebody, even if you're not the kind of person that reaches out, now's the time to do that. There's really no explaining are describing what it feels like to lose a loved one and talking about grief unless you have actually, until you actually go through it yourself. It is not something that's easy to talk about, and even once you've gone through it, it's not easy to talk about. But I encourage you to do so at this time. And hoping too that this is not literal, that this is figurative, but I do know that realistically it could very well be literal. So I'd like to offer you some comfort in any way that I can. And I'm not a therapist or a psychologist or anything like that. So, but I'm definitely willing to talk to you. But do pick someone else too, also other than me, because I do sometimes take a while to return my phone calls because I'll put my phone down sometimes. Now we're going to turn over the card that is under this butterfly here. The Four of what? Why does this remind me? Like my grandmother's pen was on there, but also this card really reminds me of her. It's very passionate, very youthful. Even when she passed, she still had a very youthful spirit. She's very enthusiastic. And I'm saying she because I'm thinking of my grandmother. Very passionate when she loves. Very passionate woman. Very creative, and also like she also she wasn't a conformist. She never conformed to anything. She followed and worked for her beliefs. She actually acted rather than talked. She would talk about her beliefs, but only in order to activate other people, because she was very active in the political community. She was very active in the environmental community back before anybody knew what environmental meant when it came to saving the planet. She back in the 60s. She was there, man. We're gonna so if you have this card today, you may get a message. That's something. You may get a message from a loved one who has passed before you, someone that is watching over you now, because that's what I just got here just now from my grandmother. Hello, grandmother. And also, if you get this card today, action. Remember that actions do speak louder than words. And if you're thinking about doing something about something, do it. Do something, even if it's a little thing, even if it's just a phone call, even if it's just a letter. I don't know. Let's move on to your leaf, the gold leaf, the fancy leaf. And here you are standing ready again, still ready to face the challenge that the day meets you. That's what your message is. Whenever you get this card, which is fairly often for some of you, I think, know that you have prepared. You are prepared. You're ready. There you go, off into the world, ready to face the things that are going to be thrown at you today. So stand strong, push those inner doubts away, and keep doing the good work. Well, that's it. Here we are. We're at the end of this video, and I hope you were able to get something helpful and something hopeful to fuel your day ahead. Do take what resonates with you, but also please do not make life-altering decisions or changes based on a video, pick a card readings, even this one. I have to say that because, and I knew this was going to happen. In fact, honestly, guys, I drew the close yesterday, and then I put it back. I know. I'm not supposed to do that. I'm sorry. With these timeless readings, though, you found this reading when you were supposed to find it. And if you did get the death card, and all of you who are going over this with me today, please do reach out. Please reach out to someone. One someone, two someone, someone from church, a friend, a family member. Talk to someone. In fact, one of the things that has helped me a lot is and I do suffer from serious chronic depression and have all my life. One of the plans I make in the past, I have made plans about suicide. I have done that. I've even attempted a suicide as a teenager, and I'm glad that I did not succeed. But one of the things that has really helped me is that if I am going to make a suicide plan, then I'm going to go ahead and make a plan to do something before I do that. And that something for me is to go to the beach or to go for a hike in the mountains. For me, that's what it is. And also call someone. Let them know where you're going to be. Yeah, there's always something you can do before you actually attempt harm on yourself or others. All right. I love you guys. I really do. Y'all take care. I hope you come back tomorrow.